In the first round of the parliamentary election in France, the far-right National Rally and its allies have reached 33% of the national popular vote. This according to data released by the Interior Ministry. The left-wing New Popular Front alliance came in second with 28%, while the centrist Together coalition reached 20%. The final result now depends on days of horse trading before next week's runoff. If all goes well for the National Rally in next week's runoff, France will witness the first far-right government since the Second World War. But what will be different with the National Rally at the helm? Well, for starters, the French immigration policy would be toughened. The far-right party has vowed to end birthright citizenship, under which children born to two foreign parents in France automatically obtain citizenship at the age of 18. Additionally, the party would reduce access to medical services for illegal immigrants to emergencies only, and would limit access to welfare benefits to French citizens only. Speaking of security, the National Rally would slash welfare allowances and social assistance for families of repeat juvenile offenders. Teenagers aged 16 and above would be tried as adults. French police forces would be granted an automatic presumption of self-defence in cases that involve violence. Dual nationals would be barred from holding jobs in sensitive strategic posts like defence. They would be reserved for the French. On the international front, the National Rally has promised to cut funding to the European Union by up to €3 billion a year, this to fund cuts to VAT at home. The party would continue France's support for Ukraine, but has signalled that the military assistance would be watered down. As far as social security is concerned, the National Rally would scrap Macron's pension reforms and reinstate the traditional retirement age of 62. Himanshu Simsat, for more, we earlier spoke to our correspondent Emmanuel Dick, who's in Paris to cover the parliamentary elections, and he elaborated on the position of the other parties and how Le Pen's National Rally has emerged victorious in the first round.
Well, it seems absolutely impossible that that will happen for Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron has been an extremely unpopular leader in France, and after this decision of calling these snap elections, his image, his legacy will go down further. What Marine Le Pen party did yesterday was historic. They are now leading by 34 points in the first leg. The second leg is supposed to happen on the 7th of July. It's then when we will have a clear picture of what will happen. I think, as you might have probably reported before, that each candidate yesterday who got 50% and more outrightly has the majority and has won the seat. However, if you see the averages, 34, 29 and 22 to the left, to the right, to the left and the centrist of Macron respectively, which means that we will go to the second round on the 7th of July, and that will give us a clearer picture of what actually happens. You remember, there are 577 seats, 588 seats in the French lower parliament, and they need 288 to form an absolute majority. Will they reach it? It seems a little tough. The projections are between 230 to 270. Of course, they can make some allies, but for now, they have to reach the magic figure of 288 to have absolute majority.
Himanshu also told us about Macron's plan to keep the far right out of power.
He actually wanted to call the bluff of French public when they voted for European Union for the far right. He expected that he called these elections at a very small time frame. He expected the left to reach out to him so that he can form an alliance. That did not happen. In fact, both the left alliance and the right alliance have clearly stated that they will not make any alliance with Macron's party. So it seems highly unlikely.